The other part, though, that I do think is a killer is the whole thing with H2K and the fact that everyone found out that you had this hand injury. Because the problem is, right, this is one of the issues I see with that. Like, I've myself had, like, RSI, you know, where, like, I've been in a nerd for so many years, you know, I had a period where my wrist hurt, etc., and I had to, like, wrap it up and not use the games as much and take time off, you know, in a way that pro players can't, obviously. And I've known other players who've had issues and they've gotten over them, and eventually, you know, it's not like your wrist's ever going to be perfect, but you can get over the issues and you can be fine, you know, not have pain. The problem is, though, people in the public haven't heard many of these stories, because what they don't know is a lot of the people who had these issues just hid it because they don't want the stigma of people thinking, oh, is he fucked forever? And the problem is, one of the only other famous stories people know is that one where Hai had issues and he kept complaining every year, like, I think I have to retire, like, I'll never be able to come back from this. So I do feel as though some people think ever since Freeze was on the H2K team, like, is there any point in getting him? Like, maybe he'll just have hand issues again. Did you completely get over that? Was it fine ever since?
Till this moment, the first question that people ask me is, my hand okay? Literally. I haven't had a single issue for ever since I came back from. Because the funny thing is, right, since I was one of the first to have a wrist injury in esports, no one knew what the fuck is happening. No one knew what's up. And I went to several doctors. I've tried to, like, so it was like almost 2 years that I didn't play, because I didn't play for 8 months, and I didn't then start playing, and then I didn't play for 1.5 years. And in those 8 months I didn't play, I was looking for a doctor that would actually know what the fuck is happening with my hand. Because every single doctor I went to, the issue with my hand was so minor for normal living that they didn't know what's up. They didn't know how to diagnose it and what's wrong with it.
By the way, just for people who are fans, that makes obvious perfect sense, because when you do gaming, you're doing such a weird little motion on your wrist that to a normal guy, he's going to think, well, you're fine. Just keep living your life. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Yeah.
So they were like, oh, the wrist is completely fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with it, even though it's obvious there was something wrong with it. And and then some of the doctors even started laughing when I said that I'm playing esports, and
they didn't know it was a real job and stuff.
Literally, no one knew that it's a real thing to play competitive or like computer games professionally and get paid for it. So I even had like doctors laughing at me, you know, which felt horrible back in the day.
Sure.
And then I got incredibly lucky later, where one of my fans from Czech Republic, his father is a main physiotherapist for the ice hockey national team.
Right.
And he basically made like an appointment with him. And that guy was the only one that knew what's up. That guy was the only one that like basically fixed my hand, or not even the hand, because what was wrong with my my hand was actually not the hand itself, but it was my posture and my shoulder blade being twisted by like 5 degrees. You know, like literally from sitting like this, when you have your hand up there.
I had
my shoulder blade twisted by 5 degrees, and my left hip, even though it's right hand, my left hip was twisted too. So what he basically told me that I have to do exercises to return the shoulder blade and the hip in its original position, because they were pulling nerves in my shoulder that were basically triggering my hand. And then after, when I took the 1.5 years break to figure out and do everything what I wanted to do, that's when I did all these exercises. I fixed it, and voila, it's all of a sudden it's all fixed. And I cannot say how thankful I am to that guy, to that fan that literally came to my stream and told me, hey dude, I know you have hand injuries. My dad is a physiotherapist for this team, for ice hockey. We can talk. Like, that guy literally saved me, you know, because no one else knew what's up. No one knew how to fix it or what to do. And it's just such in a weird way, I was so unlucky in my career, but I was very lucky in fixing the hand.